Alrighty. Anyway, uh, I am no longer in Dallas, and I failed to bring my passwords with me. So I have not been able to upload the many audio recordings I've made. I haven't been able to make videos that'll get me in a lot of trouble where I'm at. I've I've spent most of my time since I left Dallas in 3 different states, not including Dallas. The new people I'm with have rented me cars. They've transported me everywhere I needed to go for this training and that training and this training and that training, and hopefully this training is coming to an end. I've had to sign, I don't know how many documents, at least 50. And a couple of them dealt with social media. Specifically stating I better watch what I put up on social media, and it better not pertain to my employer. I have tried, and it turns out I've forgotten my password. So I'm going to have to wait until I get back to Dallas to see if I can remember my fancy encryption to determine what my password is for YouTube and all that. And that is not a police helicopter, that's a medevac helicopter. Probably one of the training helicopters, because they're just up in it all day long in this area. They're doing their hovering and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a whole fleet of, I don't know what they are. They're not Blackhawks. They're black, and the numbers are black, and you can't really see anything. But if I remember correctly, the Blackhawks have the disc with about 12 blades, something like that. And these do not have that disc. They do have about 8 blades, and they do resemble a Blackhawk, but I don't think they're Blackhawks. I don't know what they are. I want to say Sea Knight, but I think those are the Coast Guard helicopters. I think these are, matter of fact, I do think these are Sea Knights, even though they are black. Anyway, I do have to pay attention to what I post on social media, and I have to make sure it does not pertain to my new employer. The gang fags are still all around supervising, but they are limited to the fence lines and that kind of stuff. The first location I was taken to had about a, 3-mile track around it, and I'd see them drive by, and then make a U-turn and drive by again, and make another U-turn and drive by again. I make sure I got my video and that kind of stuff. And I caught him at the Walmart in town. I caught him at, downtown. I caught him a number of places on video. And I've seen him several places in the other locations I have been, including this one. This is, well, anyway. One interesting thing is that I went through an entire day, and I mean like 12 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours of physical examination, like I have never been through before, from drug test, hair test, physical, complete physical. And this physical included every single joint. It involved measuring tools of how far I could bend my back, my neck, my shoulders, my arms, my legs, my fingers, my wrists, everything. I've never been through that type of physical before. It was very complete, let me tell you. And everything came back negative. The only thing that I was really sweating was the hair test. I was worried about, in case the gang fags had been getting into my food, because I do know those guys like to get into my kitchen at my house. They would pretty much leave the rest of the house alone, but they would head straight for the kitchen. And I'd always find things tampered with in there, and I'd just throw everything away. Start over. But anyway, this is an interesting experience. I am learning a lot. I am having a good time when I'm not thinking about the gang fags. And I guess that's about it. I will put things up as I am able. And until I get back to Dallas, I'm not going to be able to get my passwords. But another interesting note is I got a few more interesting things. I ran into a copperhead last night. And I am so lucky I saw him first. Oh my gosh. Anyway, nothing happened. I went to go grab my camera and get my flashlight, because it was the middle of the darn night. And when I come back, he was gone. Another thing is, I was walking through the woods around here, and I found a lot of interesting things. I found cameras in trees. I found many interesting things. And one of the things that I found was a tripwire. And I'm examining this tripwire, and I'm very skillfully stepping over it to get a better look from the other side. It was about 6 inches off the ground, and it was very well concealed. It was, the color of it was very blending with the environment, and I skillfully stepped over it, only to get another one in the face. So I exited that area rather quickly, but that's the kind of thing I'm doing out here. I'm having a good time. I don't know what else to say right now. I don't want to ramble or anything like that. I'll let this go, and I hope that helps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.